Well, hello and welcome back. I'm way out in the western districts of New South Wales, way out west. Actually, when I look on the map, I probably look like I'm in the middle of New South Wales, but it's 600 kilometres. The towns I'm going to do today are 500 to 600 kilometres west of Sydney, so that's west enough for me anyway. So anyway, I'm in a place called Lake Cargelligo. I think I've said that right, Lake Cargelligo. We're just heading down the main street now. I was really looking forward to getting here because there's a lake. Well, that's what the name says. We're basically out in the middle of nowhere. There's a huge lake here, and I just wanted to see what it was like. And basically, on the edge of the outback, basically. Commercial hotel they got here on the right-hand side as we go down the main street. And the butcher. It's a lovely main street, and you can see the lake at the end of the street there, which just adds actually a really nice town, to tell you the truth. Blue sky helps, makes the colour of the lake look even sort of an aqua colour. I'm not sure if it comes up like that on the video. There's an IGA, Lake Cargelligo. Yeah, so we're heading down towards the edge of the lake now, or towards the end of the main street. So it's a nice main street. I mean, having the water here really helps as well. So we're at the main street, and there's the lake straight ahead. And that sign there says Lake Cargelligo, Oasis of the Outback. There we go. So it is sort of the outback, they reckon. So we'll just head up the main street again, heading away from the lake, and I'll give you a few figures on Lake Cargelligo. Population of the last census was 1,169 people. So that pub on the left, that's not open. That's actually, might be getting done up. Looks like there's builders' signs and that out the front there. That pub is barely standing, but he's still standing. There's the Australia Post at the roundabout on the right hand side, and a couple of nice, there's an old bank shop there. It's turned into a coffee shop. And this one straight ahead is, it looks like he's getting done up as well. Might have been a pub in the old days, or a bank. Yeah, 1,169 people. 48.8% are male, 51.2% are female, and the average age is 39. So we might just take a right turn here. There's not a lot to see down here. The main industry of employment here, Lake Cargelligo, I've forgotten how to say it already. Cargelligo, I said it wrong. Cargelligo, Lake Cargelligo. Main source of employment is, actually we'll go on to the how many were born in Australia. So 78.1% were born in Australia, 1.2% in the Philippines. China is 1%. South Africa is 1%. Go up this way. Police station up this way. And the main industry of employment is primary and secondary educators. 7.8%. So there's obviously school here, or a couple of schools somewhere. There's a police station there. Grain, sheep and beef cattle farming, that comes in at 5.1%, and hospital workers are 3.7%. So there must be a hospital here somewhere as well, some sort of like a hospital. So as I was saying, the main source of employment here is primary and secondary educators, and there's a school there on the right hand side. Lake Cargelligo Central School. There we go, we're just driving past it now. Respect, responsibility. It's actually quite a big school. And there we go, they've got the silo art, but that's not silo art, I think that's water tower art. You know, it's a nice job. Looks like the old Royal Mail Hotel there, and a nice picture of a plane going over a farm by the looks of it. Anyway, they've got that in this town as well. I'm not going to mention the name of the town for a bit because I keep forgetting it, and it's too hard to say. So I think this is the local hospital. Looks like it is. Might be a bit of a nursing home as well. So they've got a hospital here. Main entrance, ambulance entrance. So there is a hospital. There you go. And as I turn back around towards the lake, there we go. They're all out. The Lake Cargelligo Bowling Club, they're all out playing. And the tennis court's next door. If you want to go for a swim after that, it's a couple hundred metres down to the foreshore if it gets too hot. I've even got a TAFE college here, way out here. I suppose we're a long way from nowhere, and it's probably one of the bigger towns around. Lake Cargelligo. Yeah, TAFE New South Wales. There we go. And a local swimming pool, which is coming up on the right hand side here, which is only 200 metres from the lake's edge. Now apparently here in Lake Cargelligo, it's very rich in mining deposits. As in zinc and lead, and what else is there? Zinc, magnetite, copper. So I would never have known. So, and the average house price here is, well, median, not average, median house price is $282,000. But I reckon a couple of these, as we're going up the hill here, there's houses on the other side, which we'll turn around to have a look at, would be more than that. Yeah, so in the residential areas, these houses are right opposite the lake on a bit of a hill, so they'd have to be more than 282, you'd reckon. And the crime rate here is 172 crimes per 1,000 people, which is pretty high. The Australian average is 70. But it really is a beautiful, actually really nice town just to look at visually, overlooking the lake. We might go in to the actual town bit, a few hundred metres away from the lake, see what the houses are like there before we go off to the next town. Okay, we're coming up to, is this another little school here? St Francis. It's got a church there. St Francis might be a primary school or something like that. Lake Cargelligo. So there's must be two schools here in town. Morris O'Connor Park, a little park there. Now we'll just check out a few more houses and then we'll nick off to the next town. Oop, and here's another, road's a bit bumpy, here's another church here in Lake Cargelligo, just before we head out. Check out what he is. Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, Lake Cargelligo. There you go. And we'll check out some of the homes a bit away from the beach. beach, lake. As I said, the median house price here in Lake Cargelligo is $282,500. I'd say the ones near the lake will be bumping that price up, even though it's still pretty cheap. Here's a, looks like it was a church. Actually, it looks like new brick. The Uniting Church in Australia, Lake Cargelligo Parish. There we go, it is a church. And not sure how this house would go at bumping that price up to 282. But anyway, that's there. Probably will never get sold anyway. They probably won't want to sell it. Anyway, that's about enough from Lake Cargelligo. I really enjoyed the town. I was looking forward to getting here because I knew it was a bit of a oasis. Didn't realise it was the oasis in the outback. But anyway, we'll head on to the next town and we'll see you even further west. We'll be more than 600 kilometres west of Sydney by the time we get there. See you there. So here we are, we're coming up to the town of Hillston. There's the old fire station there in front of us there. So we head down the main street here in Hillston. Now it's over 600 kilometres west of Sydney, basically out in, I think it's way out west, but I think it's called Central West of New South Wales, but yeah, it's west enough. So anyway, we'll head up this side of the street first, tell you a bit about Hillston. It's got a population, Hillston, over 1,000. I'm just trying to look it up here. 1,547 at the last census, which is a fair whack for a town out right out in the bush. Looks like it's got a couple of pubs, got a bit going on here. I thought it'd be small like everything else. Hillston Motor Inn, the ambulance. What we'll do, we'll just head up here and we'll do a U-ey. We'll see a bit more of the town going up the other side. Out of that 1,547, 51.7% are male. There's some nice, that's water tower art or whatever you call it. We'll check him out later. Now we'll just zoom in a bit on this side of the town. Here's the first pub we're coming up, Tattersalls Hotel here in Hillston. Hillston's a lot easier to say than Lake Cargelligo. Actually, I don't even know if that pub's open at all. Could be, could not be. Someone from Hillston might watch this and might be able to tell me. 68% of people were born in Australia here in Hillston. Found this surprising, 3.9 from India and 2.2 from Malaysia %. Fiji 1.5%, Argentina 1.3%, and South Korea 1.2%. So a couple of these I've never read out before. And here's another pub in town, the Clubhouse Hotel. Is he open today? I'm not sure. Now we might turn right down this street, past the IGA Liquor. Okay, the main source of employment here in Hillston is vegetable growing, believe it or not. It's 7.2%, grain growing is 6.3%, and local government admin is 3.8%. And there's the local police station there on the left-hand side here in Hillston. What else is there? Is that the Shire Hall, Hillston Courthouse, right next door. Oh well. Only a small town. You wonder why they... Oh, might be the biggest one around here for a while. I'm just heading back in towards the main street here. Now the average household income here in Hillston is high. $1,486. Maybe there's a lot of money in vegetable growing. Let's head back up the main street here. Median house price here is $251,000 and the crime rate is 100 crimes per 1,000 people, which is pretty low. Just above the Australian average, which is 70. Past the Clubhouse Hotel again. We'll go up and check a bit of the sporting precinct. Okay, so straight ahead there, we've got the Lawn Bowls Club. Over there. Might drive into the car park and see if we can see any action. And it's the Hillston Ex-Servicemen and Citizens Club right there. And we've got the Bowls Club. I saw it before because I drove past it. Oh man, can't get out this way, so that's good. I've got to do a U-ey. And there's the Hillston Bowls Club as well. So it serves as both the Bowls Club and the Ex-Servicemen's Club as well. And just beyond the Bowls Club here is the footy ground, Stan Peters Oval. It's actually nice and green at the moment, the oval. Probably getting it ready for cricket season at the moment. Now I think the Lachlan River must be at the back there somewhere, because it looks like a bit of floodplain back there. I'm not sure how far the Lachlan River is from here, but it can't be too far away by the looks of those trees beyond the oval there. And there's the caravan park. Heaps of cabins. Not sure if they're people living there permanently or out here. I mean, I'm not sure if people come out here for a holiday. Anyway, that's not for me to decide if they do or they don't. And there we go, straight ahead on that side is the Hillston Community Centre. And we might check out some of the residential area here in Hillston while we're here. It's got 1,500 people, so it must have a few homes. Median house price was $251,000, so we'll check some of them out. Okay, so we'll check out some of the homes here in Hillston. They're not too bad for $267,000. Median house price. These are probably all around that price, I'd say. Hope I'm not giving away any secrets there. St Joseph's, Hillston. What's that? Primary school. Oh, that's a primary school in there. I'm not going to drive up there. So there's a few homes in Hillston. We'll go down this street. Actually some nice houses down this way. We'll check them out. And then we might check out the art on the water tower. So there's some homes down here. Let's see. They've got nice gardens. I don't know how they keep them so green. Because this is way out west, if you know what I mean. So there wasn't a bitumen road built to Hillston until the 1970s, so you could only get here by dirt road. So it's only been developed properly to get here in the last 40 or 50 years. And here's a view of the silo art here in, that's not silo, that's more water tower in Hillston here. It's a bit steep, so I've got to put the camera on a bit of an angle. It's beautiful with the birds on there. Like I said, Anything to help improve the look of a town is good. Yeah, so I said one thing, maybe two things, because there is a school here in Hillston, and there it is on the right hand side, Hillston Central School. Over those speed humps there. Actually quite a new building out the front here in Hillston. Actually quite a nice school. Hillston Central School, there we go. Out in the middle of, well, it's a long way from anywhere, but it's got a nice school. Well, I suppose it's got 1,500 people, so they need to build one. And I did find a church here, Christ the King Anglican Church here in Hillston. It's got the bell out the front, a little house there for, not sure who that's for. Is it a priest? Might be. And I know there is a hospital here as well. I just saw it out of the corner of my eye just before. And there's a local hall, Barbara Novelli Hall, just here on the right hand side. We'll head up towards the hospital. So we're coming up to the hospital here in Hillston. Medical centre, ambulance only. And there's the hospital. I'll tell you what, that's new as well. School's new, the hospital's new. Somebody's been spending money here. Geez, that's unreal. That's great, isn't it? There's money being put into the school, money being put into the hospital. In a town 600 kilometres from Sydney. So that's great to know. Anyway, that's just about it from Hillston. Not a bad little town in the end. Now we've got 2 towns to go, and we'll see you in the next town. And there in front of us is the St. Therese Catholic Church. Mass every Sunday. It must be still open, because it's in pretty good nick, but it's absolutely out in the middle of nowhere. Well, it's a good 500 metres from the little pub in town, and that seems to be the only thing open. Anyway, we might look at a few of the houses here in Merriwagga. Median house price is 206. I'm not sure if any houses have been sold here in the last few years, but anyway, we'll have a look. Now I have got tennis courts over there, just as I'm doing a Yui to film a few homes. So there are tennis courts in Merriwagga, so that's one good thing. A couple of homes over there you can see as well, and obviously the pub. Okay, we'll check out a couple of these other homes in Merriwagga. Now the main industry of employment is grain, sheep, grain, beef farming, bit of both. Cattle farming, that's 21.3%. Grain growing alone is 18%. And road freight transport is 8.2%. There's a whole heap of road trains up here. Probably coming from the same, all the one mob, I'd say. Median weekly household income is $1,062, which isn't too bad. As I said, median house price is $206,000. There's the Merriwagga Community Hall. It's part of the Cargelligo Shire. I'm not sure if we're in northern Riverina now, still in central western New South Wales. I'm not sure what this region comes under. Crime rate is 72 crimes per 1,000 people. So that means there's probably 9 crimes. So why would you be doing that in this town? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go into the Black Stump Hotel and grab a beer and find out what's the story with the highest bar. Righto, so I'm back in the car now. Just blowing my window up, it's very hot, it's 33 degrees. So I've just gone into the Black Stump Hotel, just come out of there actually. And I had a really good time in there. But I couldn't film in there. There was a bloke, young bloke measuring the bar, and the young girl in there who I was speaking to, Caitlin. She was $1 million giving me all the facts on the bar. Her dad used to be a barman in there, actually, about 18, 19, 20 years ago for a while. So the bar is the tallest in the southern hemisphere, at 1,320 centimetres. Young bloke in there, he measured it for me, and which is 132 centimetres, which is about 4'5" inches. Doesn't sound a lot, but it is high, because you have to get up on these stools, and there's an extra step up on there on the stool to get up there. Anyway, I've got the photos up there to show you. And yeah, so had a great time in the pub there. Really enjoyed it. People in there are lovely, really friendly. So if you're ever up this way, Merriwagga, Black Stump Hotel, don't forget to drop in and say Dave Without a Map recommended it. And the lady in there, she said she'll give you a free drink if you say Dave Without a Map said come in here. Okay, on to the next town. Well, here we are in our last town, way out west in New South Wales, or way out west of Sydney anyway. And yeah, we're definitely over 600 kilometres west of Sydney, and we're in the town of Goolgowi. So actually we'll go around this roundabout. Actually we'll turn left here. We're getting lost in the small town. So we're in the small town of Goolgowi, which is quite small as well. We've got a population of 416. And unfortunately, I have on good authority from the people back in the town I was just at before, Merriwagga, that this poor old pub here on the corner looks like it was done up not long ago, but it's closed down, the Royal Mail Hotel in Goolgowi. That's a shame. Anyway, the pub's closed. No counter mills, no pubs, no drinks in the Goolgowi Hotel. Which is a shame. Anyway, we'll have a look and see what else is here. So population is 416 in Goolgowi. 52.8% are male. 47.2% female. That was at the last census, obviously. Average age is 38. There's something here. What's this? Goolgowi Food ATM Fuel. Oh yeah, so you got something here and just off the main street. Little petrol station. Get something to eat if you want to. Highway Motel. Goolgowi Motel. There we go. I'll tell you how far west we are. I can see that sign up there. It says Bathurst 411. So we are a fair bit west, even though on the map it doesn't look. I'm not sure if we're in the northern Riverina. I think I said that before, but or central west, something like that. I couldn't even tell you. Anyway, we'll go and have a look what's down here. There's got to be a little main street somewhere in Goolgowi. Okay, there's the Goolgowi police station there on the right. And there's a general store on the left. The old pump houses are still there for the petrol. We'll film him as we film going around. Yeah, so there's the Goolgowi council chambers there on the right, and the Goolgowi general store next door to it. I think that's all the shops that are open in this town of Goolgowi. Now 78.6% of people in Goolgowi are born in Australia. Now here's a new one, 1.4% from Zimbabwe, 1% from New Zealand. But it's a very small town. Shame the pub's closed, because that's small towns like this, that's what keeps them going, in a way. We'll go up here and might just film some of the, look at some of the residential places. Main industry of employment here is, you wouldn't think it, but it's local government admin. Grain, sheep or grain and beef cattle farming comes in at 6.2% of the workforce. Looks like there might be another shop up there. Grain growing alone is 6.2%, and sheep farming is 4.6%. So I'm not sure if there's a school here or not. There might be a school coming up. What's here on the right hand side? Goolgowi Uniting Church. Anyway, we'll do a U-ey and we'll see what's up the other end. So I did see the footy oval there, but it's got rugby posts up. Every other place I've been to here has got the AFL posts up. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, as I said, here's a few of the homes in Goolgowi. Median house price is $225,000. There's a preschool here in Goolgowi. Average household income is $1,375, which is pretty good for a small little town like this. Not far off the Australian average. There's the Goolgowi Public Hall there on the right hand side. And the Goolgowi Fire Station is right there, and the SES is behind it, actually. Down that little dirt road, you can maybe see the building in the back there with the orange and white checkered stripes. So here's the Goolgowi Public School. Nice little school in a nice little town. There we go, and they've actually got a swimming pool over the road as well, by the looks of it. So it'll probably get pretty hot here in summer. What's the temperature? It's 33 today. We're in October, so we'll check him out. So there's the local Goolgowi pool on the right hand side there. It'll get hot here in summer, you can bet. So he'll get a good workout. I can't remember if I said the stats for the crime rate here in Goolgowi. 98 crimes per 1,000 people. Well, there's only 400 people who live here. I mean, as I keep saying, why would you want to be committing a crime in a small town like this? Actually, these homes here, they don't look too old. They look actually pretty new. They might have been built not that long ago here in town. And that shed next door to this one, it looks really new. Same as this place here on the right hand side. I think he's got a big shed next door. If he's part of the place here, I'm just going to check him out. He might be more of a work shed, I'd say, attached to that home. Unless he's got a big man cave, as they say these days. It's bloody massive though, compared to, it's almost as big as the house. So there we go, that's about it from Goolgowi. Unfortunately, the pub's closed now, which is just there on my right hand side. Hopefully they get a buyer. I think they went bankrupt apparently. So anyway, that's about it from Goolgowi. That's about it for this video. Way out west in New South Wales. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.